Hello everybody, welcome back to Ohio Tickets with Robert. It's Friday the 21st of February at 7:21 a.m. as I'm filming this. Driving to work, but this time I'm driving in daylight so you can see this a little bit better. Got some news that my son's roommate no longer has to have dialysis. I believe I said something about it on the last one, but we got results back from when he went on Tuesday for his blood work, and they said no more dialysis for him, and the doctor had hoped that it was going to be temporary and that his kidneys would fire up on their own eventually after what happened, and they have. And so we are quite ecstatic about that. So we were told, or my roommate, she had made a phone call to the hospital, or answered a phone call from the hospital. Monday, we go in, this coming Monday, the 24th, we go in to have his dialysis port, catheter, whatever you want to call it. It's in his upper chest. We get to have that removed permanently for now. When I say for now, I mean, nothing, you never know what's going to happen in the future, but for as now, he no longer needs to have dialysis to help his kidneys and to get rid of toxins and stuff out of his body. So that's worth taking the day off on Monday, because it's going to be at noon, so I figure probably have to be there a little bit earlier to do paperwork and prep and stuff, and then I'm not sure how long it's going to take. It could be maybe a 15-20 minute, but then I assume there's going to be a little bit of recovery time, so I'm just taking the whole day off. Just that way when we get back, we can all relax and just enjoy the day. So that's what's coming up on Monday. So I have a little bit of an extended weekend now. Otherwise, Monday would have been back to work. And today is the first time I'm doing a normal shift, because my hours are normally 8 o'clock to 4:30, and I've been going in on days that we haven't had dialysis and doing 12-hour shifts to try to do some flex time to save some of my vacation time, because I have some medical appointments myself coming up in the year that I need to have some time to be able to take off for those, and planning on hopefully a small trip in the United States to Colonial Williamsburg, and maybe see if there's some casinos in the area. Not sure, but Mom was asking if I would like to go, which means I'll be the one driving, which is no problem. I don't mind driving. As you can tell, I drive almost an hour to work every day and almost an hour back. So, sorry, taking a drink. I'm not sure on these road things that I'm doing, and I got the idea from Mike of Itching to Scratch UK. You need to check out his channel. He's sort of moved away from doing scratch cards at the moment until I'm hoping, and after his issues with his eyes are taken care of, that he'll be able to start to get back to doing that. But other than that, he's doing these drives, but he's doing his live. I don't know if I can do it live. I'd rather just do it like this, and then if I make a mistake, I can either cut it out or play music over the goofball that's talking to you now. And he also shows videos of his pups. Well, one I think is still a pup. The other ones are older dogs, but they call them pups and they act like they're pups. So you need to check out his videos. Highly entertaining when the dogs are out in the backyard. And plus, he's got a wonderful view of, and I apologize, Mike, I can't remember and probably wouldn't be able to pronounce the name of the mountain range or the mountain that is behind your house. It's a beautiful view that they have. But yeah, this is where I got the idea for doing these I mean, normally I do my casinos, I do my scratch cards, and when I take a trip, I usually do try to film some of the drive, like when I see a state sign coming up or something, or when I'm going overseas, which granted, I've only done 2 overseas trips in my life. I went to all of Ireland, I went to Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. That was one trip. That is up on my YouTube channel also, and I also went on that trip in 2001, that I went to the UK with my mom, because she kept promising me a trip, because all the times that she has gone over, all I've gotten back is a t-shirt. So we finally went, and so there's a video of that. Yeah, should be some videos and pics on my Facebook of that. And that's just under my real name, Robert Bates. But at the intersection of 619, which is also known as Edison Avenue and Market. If you go to the left, you go down to the Hartville Kitchen and the Hartville Hardware. Speaking of the Hartville Hardware, that truck right there is one of theirs on the right as I just pass it, so you probably may not, you might have to back up the video a little bit to see that truck. Coming up here now is the back entrance. Well, first there's a small Stark County Park. Fitchner's Park has a little pond, but it does have walking trails. Up here on the left where this blue sign is the back entrance to the Hartville Flea Market, and you can also get to the kitchen that way by going that direction. Now up here is sort of a new development. These houses on the left are all been within the last 5 years, have been put there. I don't know if they're trying to block the wind or the sounds and stuff from the, well, I think they're probably just trying to block the winds from the flea market. And this over here to the right, they just got their barn redone, is Hickory Run Farm, established in 1823. This field here is all theirs also. Goes all the way around this. Now the only reason I'm talking is I'm going around this curve because the roads are decent, but I would normally very concentrate if the roads weren't bad on that particular curve, because I've seen a couple of cars in that off the road into the ditch there. But that white fence post at the end there, that's the end of their farm as far as going this direction. So passing a few more homes out in, I guess some people would call this either country or suburbs, but since there's a horse sign right here, and then there's also equine center, equestrian center, that's the word I was trying to say yesterday, there to the right, I guess you could call it the country. I am driving further out into the country now. At some point we'll be passing Wingfoot Lake, home of Goodyear Blimp. The Spirit of Akron resides in the hangar there. It's a very huge hangar, and I know I've spoke of this in my previous video of going this direction. I wanted to make sure I got to work at 8 o'clock, so that's why I'm going this way. I had planned on going through downtown Hartville to show you the pantry, and I'll maybe do that on Tuesday, since I had to stop and get gasoline, and I was like, well, let's not just risk being late for work, so let's just go the way we have gone before. And trying to think, I think I've done this in the daylight also when I was coming back from work, or going to work after a dialysis thing. I can't remember. I'm bad at remembering what I've done, but I just figured I'd pop on here since it is more daylight, so if people didn't see that particular video, that if I did do one in daylight, then they can see now and stuff what's coming up. I have it at my lowest on the video. I feel if I zoom any more, you might miss a lot of things as I'm going around some of these corners and bends that are prevalent here. So I just figured I'd keep it this way. Now, if people are having problems seeing things, of course, I can do one where I zoom, but I'm not sure how much you'll see other than maybe the road and a couple of trees along the side of the road and telephone poles. But, you know, if I get feedback and stuff, I'll see what I can do. But like I said, now I'm passing Wingfoot Lake. The blimp hangar you can't see because my phone is not facing that direction, because it's off to my right and it was back over my shoulder. On this road, there's really not a good particular way to see it as you record unless you hold it in your hand, but then I'm not sure how steady that would be, because it does come up awful quick, and it's sort of like I said, behind you as you look towards that direction. And plus I have cars coming up behind me, so I didn't want to just slam the brakes on. But if I get the opportunity and see maybe the blimps out and there's no traffic behind me, I will certainly do my best to try to get a video of the blimp. Now I don't know if I have. I know I've taken photos of it when it's flown over work, and I may have done a video of it flying over work, but I'd have to look and see. I'm going to wait for this car coming up. I'm on Mischler and turning on to Waterloo Road. And the speed is 45 miles per hour. Passing a farm on the left. extensive farm. It's got a barn, an open shelter area that's got stacked of rolled hay bales out in the field, which I'm sure is really convenient for him when he's doesn't need to pull some out of the big barn. He can just grab those and plot some of those around the field. I'm gonna go through downtown Mogadore. Like I said, I apologize if this is a repeat of a video I did already when I was going to work in the late afternoon. But I just figured since it was daylight now, since I'm going in later than I have been, and normally when I go in it's pitch black, and so I figured I'd just try this. Their building to the left there is a Dollar General. They seem to be popping up everywhere. Alright, here I am on Portage Line. And the next major road will be Route 224. Down there at the traffic light that will be coming up in your view. I can already see it, but it's amazing. I can see it, but yet in the camera on my cell phone, I'm not sure how much you guys are being able to see of it. But like I said, there's the lights now, and there's the sign for 224 just on the other side of that vehicle. State route that we're on now, besides Portage Line, is going to be Route 532. So north 532. We are crossing 224. There's dry dock storage sign. There's a Orthodox Church St. Nicholas sign going back up into their area. Bunch of houses on the right, businesses on the left. There's a huge auto scrapyard coming up on the left. And on the right here is a horse farm. I've seen a few beautiful horses that they have out there, but they're not out this morning. But on here on the left, Ohio, this building here, Ohio Auto Recycling. So if you need to get parts and stuff, you can go there. Now we're about to enter Mogadore. It's 35 through here, so I got to drop my speed because we were at 45. It's home of the Mogadore High School and Mogadore Wildcats. So we're in the village of Mogadore. I just drive through here on a daily basis. Sometimes I don't. Okay, I can't say daily then, can I? No. I drive through here when I have to stop at this one convenience store, or if I'm picking up Terry Lee's medication, I will drive through here because I will go down towards that Portage Line and make a turn, and that was that one video where the roundabouts, that's where that part of that comes into. Alright, you gotta drop the speed to 25, and also I gotta drop it down to 20 because we'll be coming to their school momentarily. On the left, that building, that is the public library. And the building next to it, that there is the school, and then the building that you're seeing just starting to fade out. On the left is the church. On the right was the public municipality building for them. And up here on the right where it says Avenue Market, that's where I stopped to get some of my scratch cards. There's the Mogadore Eye Care. The funeral home is in that white building. Mach, they design garden features, ponds, and stuff like that. Alright, so here's downtown Mogadore. There's that clock again. And driving through. Little Caesars, or Hungry Howie, I should say. Jeez. Hungry Howie's getting a delivery. There was Carter Lumber back down there over off to the side. Over here's their local car wash. Now, up until a few years ago, where that flagpole is and that telephone pole is, between there used to be a hole in that hill and a road that would go back there, and for some reason they now have closed it off. Do not know why. And coming up here, we're going to be able to go back to 35 miles an hour again. But on the right used to be the Mogadore Golf Course and Bowling Establishment. You'd go up that hill there, and there'd be a big building for the bowling alley, and then behind it was the golf area. All this was the golfing area to the right. As you can see, there's construction going on. I believe, I'm trying to think, I think it was Rubbermaid that bought this land, and I don't know if they're building a factory, or that was the last I heard, that Rubbermaid was coming in and going to put something down. I've not seen anything officially stating that that's who's building there, but they took a big chunk of the golf course, and they've been working on it this winter, so I'm not sure what's going on. Obviously, this truck that's trying to drive up my backside has no idea that even though you're going downhill, the speed limit still is 35, and the cops will give you a ticket for speeding. So you do worse if you crash into me, because I'll make you pay. Like the one lawyer, we have a lawyer here, he goes, hurt in an accident, hurt at work, I'll make them pay. And he has billboards all over the place, and he's all over TV. Must be pretty profitable to be able to spend that much in advertisement. But I don't know anything about that game, so I don't know what they're going to do with the Citgo Talmadge terminal, if they're ever going to empty. I don't know if those tanks are empty or what the deal is with them, but at some point I would assume that somebody would come in there and clean up that site. Like I said, I don't know why it's not being used. I know there's another site just down the corner, but I have not seen any trucks pull in to get, gasoline or anything to there, or from the new site to take to any places. So I don't know what the one site is now that they built just down around the corner over on the one area on Martin, off the edge of Martin Road, and I think it's Saxon, or is that little strip that I go on that. I have to, some pigeons flying out. And here we are pulling into work. So I'll say goodbye here. Thanks for joining me. If anyone watches this, like I said, I don't know if I'll do a live or not, but thanks for coming along, and have a good one.